Hey everyone, today we're going to work on my 2004 Avalanche, and it's a common problem with these and all the early 2000s Chevy trucks and GMC trucks is power window motors. But for me, and this is the third time I've had to do one of these on 3 different trucks, it's the left rear or driver's side rear power window motor goes. Now in my Suburban it went in catastrophic fashion where it was pouring out, the window was down, water was pouring in. This one, the window went down and it didn't want to go back up. So I had to kind of force it back up. So I've got the part. It's not expensive. It's under $50 pretty much anywhere you go. I think I paid like $36 on Amazon. And it's a pretty easy job. We should be done in under an hour. So let's get busy. Right, Mugs? All right, so I've got my 1983 Craftsman socket set. I'm gonna need a flathead screwdriver and a couple of sockets. So you've got 2 bolts. You've got one right here. I believe it's a 7mm and a 7mm right there. And then we've got to take this piece off, which just pulls off. And we've got to likely take that off or that off, probably both, and then you just lift the panel up. All right, so let me get my tools ready and we'll get busy. Well, this is perfect weather if you're a mosquito. I'm right by the carport, so it's muggy, it's humid, there's no sun to keep them away. So yeah, let's see how well my mosquito control works while I do this. First thing you want to do is tape up the window, because you're going to have to disconnect it and you don't want it to come sliding down. I'm using just painter's tape. Which should be plenty strong enough to hold it up. I'm taping on the outside because this has window tint on the inside that's quite old. So I don't want to put any tape on that because I don't want to take the chance that it's going to pull the tint off. All right, so let's start. Let's get our 7mm. I believe that's what it is. Let's take these 2 off. Okay, get that out of the way. Now, you use a flathead screwdriver to kind of pry these out. Just be careful, because you don't want to break the plastic, especially in a 20-year-old truck. Okay, there's your lock switch. That's all it is. All right, be very careful on these windows because these tend to break. I don't know why, but they're more likely to break than the door lock. Different type of plastic, maybe. This is power, so there will be a cable you got to unplug. Once once I can figure out how to get it out. Okay, you got a plug. All right, I'll show you how to do this. Pretty easy. So this plug comes out. You just have to push this tab in with your flathead and it'll come out. You can also do it that way, but I cannot do it with one hand, I don't think. I'm trying. So that's basically all I'm gonna do. Okay, now all you got to do to take this out is it kind of pulls up and out. So grab it by the handle, pull up and out. Okay, get that out of the way. Next, we've got this plastic. So you'll see it's already starting to peel away, but I'm not going to pull it to peel it off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a knife and I'm going to cut that. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just going to use this. I'm just going to cut around it. You don't want to damage the plastic. You don't want to do too much damage to the glue either. This type of always sticky plastic, but see how easy it is if you do it this way? And it'll push right back in place. This is coming off a lot easier even than when I did my 2001 Suburban, which is essentially the exact same as this. So with the, here's a good way to look at this. Sorry if I can get it close up here. See, if you run it right across, you don't get too much of that pull. I think I can leave the door handle as it is, but I do have to get in over here. I don't take it all the way off. I don't feel you need to for this job. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some painter's tape and kind of just hold it out of the way. All right, let's look at where our bolts are to remove this. First thing we want to do is we want to loosen where it connects to the window. Okay, so it's connected to the window there. You don't want to like go crazy when you tighten these either. And we've got one here. Okay, so here and here. To take out the motor assembly itself, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and that might be it. 4, I guess, maybe. Seems like there would be another one, but maybe not. We'll take those 4 and then we'll see. That's 10. That's 10. Okay, so all these are 10s. I think it was a little different on the Suburban. So I'm just going to use a 10mm deep. I think I can get at all these with that. Okay, just loosen these two. That kind of allow it to let go of the window. Okay, we've got one power plug. Again, very easy. Take your flathead, push it in. You should be able to just pull it right out. Well, let's go in this way. This is how I did it on the Suburban too, as I went in under here. It was easier. Okay, that's out. It does look like that one as well. It has to come out. Make note, the wiring harness runs above the motor here and behind it there. That's the way they're doing it. So we'll try to replicate that. Let me give you a close-up, because that could be important. Sometimes the replacement motors have kind of a cord on here as opposed to just a plug. But see, it's running over the bracket and then behind the motor, okay? All right, we are, I believe, ready to make sure the window is secure and not going to drop on us. I'm always paranoid about that. And let's see if these guys are ready to let go of the window. If they're loose enough. Maybe not. Make sure there isn't another mystery bolt that I missed that's holding this. Hope not. Get this cable out of the way. Except the cable's stuck. Not a lot of slack on this cable. try to come out through here. All right. I think I've taken this out wrong. Back her out. Okay. Lay it down so we can take a look at it. Alright, so that is how the new one has to go back in. So I've got the new one here. This is actually different than the brand I made on the I used on the Suburban. This one is by Nyla, and we'll see. Looks to be the same type of thing. So let's take it out. I'll be right back. I'm going to take it out of the box and then we'll see. Okay, looks like pretty much the same thing. So let's slide it in. Looks to be about the same dimensions. Significantly easier to get that in place than it was to get the other one. All right, let's look at the switch. So remember what I said? I said sometimes these have a plug and they're not the exact same. So this does have the wired plug, so it's easier to connect that to. I gotta take those off. A couple of these bits have rubber hooks on them. Alright, so we're going to guide it up onto the glass first, and then we'll put these in. Well, that is pretty low. This is in a more downward position than the window was, so I'll have to disconnect the window at some point. Alright, let's just put a few of these on, not tighten them, just put them on, hold things in place as we go along. Fine. Got one more up here. It's always one that's going to give you a little grief. Doesn't help that my fingers are kind of got a little bit of grease on them now, so we'll just to snug them up, all of them. I'm not tightening them. Got a mosquito here. Yeah. We are prime mosquito season for sure. All right, so I'm gonna loosen these guys up. Okay. All right, so we're good to catch the glass. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna release this tape and drop the window. Let me show you. I'm gonna release the tape up here. I'm gonna drop the window into these. So right in between these two rubber pieces on both of these, and then I can tighten them up. So to do that, you want to make sure that the window isn't going to go anywhere when you release the tape. You don't want it to fall. Because it will. Okay, let's take the window down. Drop it in there. We're in. All right. All right, so these guys have to hold the window, but you do not want to over tighten these, okay? Because you've still got, between those rubber plates, you've got glass. You don't want to take a chance and over compress the glass and crack it. All right, so just make sure that the window will not come out of the track. So to do that, we can test it by example. We can forcibly pry the window. We can't. Good. That means we're good to tighten everything up. Okay, we're all tight. Let's take our tape off. Okay, now we can just kind of put this back in. Because we didn't remove any of that rubber, we can just kind of put it all back where it goes. It should just press right back in. Okay, oh, we got to find our cable. That's our window, right? Okay. Door lock, that's all we need. Push in there. Make sure we can hook our door through here. That's where the door hooks in. Okay. Let's get our door panel. We got two tabs, one here, one here. That's that and that. Go there. We're gonna make sure that our window tab is coming in the right place, which is up there. Make sure our tabs are in the right place. And then we should be able to just push it back down in place. If we're lucky. And yeah, I don't think so. Maybe. Nah, I don't think we're down far enough. Although it does look right. Could it be that easy? screws in, please? No, we're not down far enough. I don't think. Oh, well, actually, yeah, we are. That screw's right where it's supposed to be. That's it? No, we're not in here. That's better. Okay. All right. Well, we got one screw here. Okay, got our door, pull it open, slide that on it, and like most things on these trucks, it all just snaps together. All right, our window switch, put that on. That guy goes down, and this apparently just goes around it. Or does it go in here first? I'm not sure, because this came apart as I was doing it. That's right. Snap it in. We've got one stud left. Our power door lock. Which, let's make sure. I always get confused on this. What's the up and what's the down? Okay, I had it right. Goes that way. Okay. Let's test it. Perfect. All right, that's it. This is a pretty easy job. The 1999 Silverado through 2006, if it's a four-door, the 2000 to 2006 Suburbans, Tahoes, the Avalanches, first gen, all of these are really easy. The Yukons, all these are really easy to do this to. These trucks are just made for you to work on yourself. All right, so if you like this sort of content, or if you found this interesting or helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. That really helps me. It helps the channel grow. We've hit over 2,000 subscribers, which is fantastic. Thanks to each and every one of you who have subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. So if you want to take on something like this, you can do it. You need a couple sockets. I think it was a 10 millimeter and a 7 millimeter. You need a couple flathead screwdrivers, and you need a razor blade. And that's it. You can do it in about an hour of your time. All you have to do is get the part, go out, and get busy. Take care.